everyone, Sparrow here, and today I'm talking about a sensitive topic. Why is it that a narcissist can't keep promises? This is really confounding because if you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, you know how frustrating this is. And you know that, you can't really trust them anyway, but then when they promise to do things and don't follow through and come back at us with the excuses, it's really unnerving. But let's sort of unpack this and figure out why is it that keeping a promise is not a big deal to a narcissist. First off, narcissists don't respect themselves. And so how are they going to possibly respect you, right? They don't respect themselves, even if it's a grandiose narcissist and it seems like he respects himself. He might think really highly of himself, but that doesn't always equate to self-respect. Self-respect is having values and adhering to those values, right? So not having any self-respect means that, and they know that they lie, right? So on top of not having good values, a lot of times they have poor values. And one of the hallmarks of a narcissist is lying. So if they know that their word isn't really good, are they really going to be that motivated to keep it, right? Probably not. And so they might say, oh yeah, I'll get to that. Oh yeah, I'll do this on Tuesday. And then Tuesday rolls around and they don't mow the grass or they don't, fix the sink or whatever it is. And then when you say, well, hey, you said you were going to do this, then they kind of, throw it back in your face and get upset and they go, I got busy. Geez, you don't do half the things you say you're going to do. And they throw it back on you and it becomes this thing. And of course we know they can't take ownership. They can't say, oh, my bad. Unless a covert narcissist sometimes will go, oh, you're right, I'm a terrible person, I can never follow through, and on and on and on. And then they just want your pity. They want you to be like, it's okay, they're there, which hopefully you're not doing that if you're with a covert narcissist. But yeah, a lot of times then they'll just go the opposite extreme, right? But they really can't. A lot of narcissists do this routinely, whether it's with something small or with something large, right? They might promise not to go gambling and then they go gambling. They might promise not to look at porn, they look at porn. They might promise not to overspend, they overspend. So, you really got to be careful. Now, if it's something that's, kind of benign, maybe they always promise to get around to fixing something and they don't do it around the house, then my suggestion is, kind of do the same thing. You can say, oh yeah, I'll cook dinner tonight. And then when evening rolls around, they go, oh, where's the food? I thought you were going to cook. Oh yeah, I got real busy. I just decided not to. And they're like, well, wait a second, that's not cool, right? You said you're going to cook. I'm hungry. It's 6:00, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, but you told me the other day you didn't fix the vacuum cleaner because you got busy. So why is it okay that you can get busy, but it's not okay for me? And it's really important to really make them, or try anyway, to set that boundary and make them see that no, they're not going to be able to hold you to a standard that they don't hold themselves to. So they'll argue, they'll grumble, they'll pout, they'll do the thing, but it's okay. You stand your ground and you say, I'm happy to keep my promises when you keep your promises. What's good for one is good for all. So a lot of not keeping promises also, just remember, is very adolescent, right? If you have a teenage son or daughter and they say, you say, hey, please unload the dishwasher. Oh yeah, I'll get to it. And they don't get to it, or they don't clean their room. You have to ask them 10 times, whatever. It is a very adolescent behavior. And so if you have a grown spouse doing this, chances are they're really stuck in adolescence. And we know it with narcissists, they're very much stuck in childhood and adolescence. And so just understand that, you're seeing very immature behavior and it's okay to call it out, right? Maybe try not to have the knockdown drag out fight about benign things or, relatively insignificant things in the grand scheme of things, but definitely set your boundary. And remember, you don't have to hold yourself to any kind of standard standard that the narcissist doesn't hold themselves to. So what I always say in relationships and what I suggest for my clients to say is, hey, look, I'm not going to work harder than you in this relationship, and I'm not going to care more. So you need to really know that. And when you say these words, you have to mean it, which means then you don't spend the next 45 minutes of your precious time lecturing them or trying to make them see your point of view or going on some diatribe, because again, that's you trying too hard and caring too much. If this was helpful, guys, please like, share, and subscribe, and drop your comments down below. I want to know what you guys think of this, because it is something that's pretty pervasive. I hear it a lot with clients. I experienced it in my own personal life where, my ex-partner just wouldn't keep those promises, and it's really, really frustrating. So let me know your experiences down below. And as always, hug yourself from me. We'll see you next time.